Hi team, time for some deep fascial stretching. Essentially, we're gonna get flexible. This is for when you finished your workout, right? We got all that, our juices are flowing, that lactic acid is built up. Essentially, forget the scientific terms or whatever. Our body just did a lot of work. Our engine did a lot of turning. We are pumped up. Now we need to release. So that's what this video is going to be about. I'm going to give you guys 5 moves that you can do a ton of variations with them. Hey, give it a shot, see how it feels. The great thing about sticks is that it gives us feedback when we're stretching. So with stretching, a lot of times our stretches are open chain, right? So we stretch our shoulder, but there's no muscle that's being made. We're stretching, but there's no muscle that's being made. It's not closed. And then all of a sudden, we go to pick something heavy off the ground, and our body's not ready for that. Injuries happen. Those are those little tweaks. So that's just what we kind of want to iron out, and that's what this is great for. So here are 5 quick moves for you guys to get that going. We'll start off with monkey hangs. So if you have 2 sticks, great. I'll show with 1 stick as well. You want the sticks to be at about 11 and 1 o'clock in front of you. Whatever feels comfortable, always having a good grip, right? That's the whole purpose of this, is to have that good grip. Because you'll see, even twisting the sticks like this will work your forearms and stretch them out. So, feet shoulder width apart. We're simply going to let ourselves hang and just trust the sticks here. Trust the sticks and go to a point that feels good for you. All right? And now we can add a variation where we open up with the shoulders and lightly drop into the sticks like this. Still have all your fingers on the sticks and hang. Make sure that you're breathing, right? We can open up side to side, nothing major. Same thing if that's not available for you. Feel free to move up closer or further, but you're hanging. And here's same thing, monkey hang to the left and to the right. The keys with this is to have a good grip and to not be tight. If we're like this, then we're tight. We're making a muscle, and we're not fully stretched out. By us hanging, we're still using strength. We're using our muscles, but now we're able to really unlock that range of motion in our body, and we're hitting positions that we usually wouldn't be able to hit without the sticks. It's the same thing. If you have 1 stick, then you're bringing it to 2 o'clock, 11 o'clock in front, and bring it in front and open it up. Feel that chest light up. Feel the shoulders light up. Right? And the stick will guide you into proper positions. As long as you have good alignment, you'll see. And if you'll know right away, your body will tell you, this hurts my knees. Then you bring it back. That's all. You're opening it up. Make sure you work both sides. And that right there is the monkey hang. Next stretch that we're gonna do is the ninja flow. So this one, be mindful of where you can take it. It starts off like the monkey hang, and then we're gonna be working our abductors and our adductors. We're gonna be working our whole body, quite frankly. So be in horse stance. Imagine you're riding a horse, feet are wide, good strong base, you feel good, you feel strong, you feel confident in the ground. Put the stick on the instep of your foot and then reach on that same side with your hand on the handle. I would start off with our hand a little closer bottom to the handle because we are gonna hinge down and it's gonna get a little gnarly. So here, we're gonna hinge straight forward down, right? And while I'm hinging, the stick's gonna get to my chest. And hey, if this feels good, hang out here for a second. See how this feels. Trust the stick, let it hold you. And now, take your left hand and bring it to the handle and get a good grip. And now lunge to your left side. And breathe. And now if you want to add a stretch to it, push the stick together. Push it together. And then pull it apart. And then bring it back up. Slowly come up. Make sure you're slowly coming up. You can't get dizzy from blood flow. Also, our body's in weird positions. You don't want to straighten up right away. Slow. We're not in a rush. Enjoy the moment. Like this 1 minute stretch that you're gonna do here. Come on, attempt it with me if you are. I love it. This is gonna make the rest of the 24 hours of the day that amazing. Here we go. Good grip. Hinging forward. Stick gets to my side. And now I'm going to take that hand, bring it to the other handle, and lunge to the right. You can look up to the sky. You can push the stick together, make it shorter, or pull it apart. This just gives different stimulus. And bring it back up. Try that, hold it for 6 to 10 seconds, and make sure that you're even out both sides and go to a point that feels good for you. Next one, we'll take it to the ground, and a simple straddle. Straddles aren't always that simple. They're not that simple for me, but the stick actually lets me get into these positions. So here, you want to have your toes be pointed up and pointed forward. I also highly recommend doing this without sneakers, so you're more engaged with the ground, you have great feedback. So I think that's a big key too to doing all of this. And here, you're simply gonna look to sit straight up, right? Some of us, including me, our back will curve like this. We have that kyphosis going. Let's bring it on up like this. If you want to bring the stick a little closer, you can go underhand and bring it into you, right? But to a point where your back will tell you if you have good posture or not. And then another beautiful thing with this is we'll have our hands, our palms are facing down, and now slowly I want to bring the left hand over the right, under the left, and we slowly make our way to the other side, and we hold it. And then walk our hands back, right, to where we started. Now let's do the other side. Again, to a point that feels good for you. Make sure that try to have your knees, your toes are like laser beams. Have them pointed up. Make minor adjustments. And bring it back. Good. Same thing with this. We don't want to get up too fast. Grab underneath your legs. Bring them up. Good. And let's get to our last two of our stretches. This one right here is the slap shot, kind of like the ninja flow. You'll see. So we want to put it behind our back, get a nice wide stance. I don't want to kill that ant. Come on, ant. All right, ant is getting some cardio in right now, so we get a nice stance and have the stick be in the middle to lower of your back. First, simply hinge forward and up. Slight bend in the knees, hinge it forward and up. This alone will stretch your posterior chain, the back of your legs, right? Make sure that your glutes are fired up. That's kind of what's termed flossing. We light up our glutes, right? We have our legs engaged. And we floss it on out. And on this next hinge, we're gonna rotate the stick. So now we're in our hinge, and we're gonna take our left hand, and we're gonna push down our left hand and bring the stick to the center while holding on to the back. And now, that same hand that we push down with, left hand, we're gonna lateral lunge to that side. And hold on. And then we can lunge to the other side and come back up. Good. Now let's even it out. Right hand down and lunge to the right. And to the left. You want to hold these for about 6 to 10 seconds. Breathe so you can sink into that stretch. If you're familiar with yoga, you know the game. Now we're going to try to take it a little bit further. We're hinging, and we're going to bring that stick all the way to our opposite foot, and we're going to lateral lunge. Good. Same thing on the other side. Come back up, hinge forward, bring that stick all the way to the opposite foot, and lateral lunge. You can look up at the sky. Take a deep breath. In, out, come back up, stay hinged. Our amp friend is still doing cardio. Come up, heel toe in. And now we'll do our last one, the staple exercise, the bow and arrow. So this kind of is that stretch that I was showing where there's no engagement. This gets beautiful engagement of that lateral line, which we don't touch too much. We're very forward and back. We don't go side to side too much. At least I know I don't. I need to work on it more, right? I definitely know, right? Think about machines in the gym. When's the last time, like, right? But I think we're, as a society, getting way more mindful of that and hitting all those different planes. So, feet shoulder width apart. And there are many progressions, regressions to this. This is the standard version. So feet shoulder width apart. We want the stick at 3 or 9 o'clock with our hands at a 90-degree angle, our arm at a 90-degree angle, slight bend in the knees. We're gonna take our other arm, reach above our head, and our thumb down grip. Then we're gonna push out our outside hip, and then we're gonna push with our lower arm, and we're gonna hold that stretch. Make sure that you have a good line in the frontal plane, and then you can play around with it by moving it forward and back. You can look up. You can bring it back in slowly. We'll do the other side. And some regressions are just having it out further, legs wider. You can progress by putting one leg over the other and doing it, or even having the stick in closer and then really leaning over to do it. So we'll do it on this side one more time. 3, 9 o'clock, have that 90-degree angle with your arms, slight bend in the knees. If there's one stretch, this is it. So here we go. We'll have slight bend in the knees, arm at 90 degrees. And we reach over with that other arm, thumb down, Make sure that hip goes out first and then push. And make sure you have a good grip on the stick. No fingers should be coming off. Your palms should be engaged with the stick. Breathe. Bring it in. And that right there is 5 deep fascial stretching exercises with the stick. And I hope it's brought value. I hope you can see how much of a stretch. So even without a stick, all of a sudden, you're doing different stretches. Think about making that muscle, right? Think about we're in this stretch, we're stretching our hip. Think about making that glute work and watch how that front line all of a sudden lights up. So I hope that's brought value to you. If it has, I'd appreciate a like, a follow. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Feel free to DM me, and I am looking forward to bringing more of these kind of mobility videos to you guys, and just how we can move better, how to make this outside world, be able to live in this outside world better, right? We're all dealing with something, some kind of injuries, so these are just things that have helped me and have improved my life. So love sharing it with you guys. Any feedback is welcome. Have a great day. I'll see you guys soon. Take care.